And you don't know deciding
now, on these, in the interest of time, we are not going to work through all of it. Because I think you see once we set up the equations don't look really bad. But do you notice on this one, they didn't give you any equations. You get to build them yourself. So, what would be a good way to start here? I know what I would do, but what are you thinking? We're not. Whatever. What are they looking for?
How many student, non-student tickets?
Okay, so we're looking for the number of student tickets. And we're looking for the number of non-student tickets. Agreed? And these will be numbers. So what does that tell you right off the bat? What kind of answers can you not have?
Negative.
Negative answers and fractions. Can you sell 37 and 2/3 of a ticket? Again, when we get to real life questions, we got to ask ourselves, what kind of answers can they not be? Because if you get one, then you know you had an issue. What do you want to call the number of student tickets?
S.
A lot of people, let's go X and Y. The only trouble I have with that is that I see people then, when your homework, it's going to say like the number of students, number of non-student, and I see people get them backward. So I like to use, yes, I agree with you. I'm going to use something that tells me what's going on. Student tickets, let's call that S. You can call it whatever you want to. You can call it Q. I don't care. I'm going to call them the two things to remind myself what I'm looking for. The next suggestion I would suggest, well, that sounded stupid. Do they give you any totals? Because we need now, step one, identify what you're looking for. Step two, you need to build the two equations. One way to do this is look to see, are there any totals they gave you?
Yeah.
What totals did they give you?
825.
825 what? Dollars. What? For number 21?
Oh, never mind. I was looking to see. Oh, 3270.
Yeah, they gave you 390, but 390 what? Tickets. Because that tells me that one of my equations is going to be about tickets. What's the other total they gave us? $3,270. Would you agree tickets and dollars are different things? That's what the topic of my second equation is going to be. And again, it don't matter which one it is. Now, why am I focusing on totals? Because totals means I had to put something together to get them, don't I? Something and something else is going to equal that number. And my variables are going to be involved. So where do you want to start? The tickets or the money?
Tickets.
The tickets? Okay. You sold a total of 390 tickets. What goes together to make the 390? And this is where English might help. The number of student tickets plus the number of non-student tickets. That would be the total number of tickets, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
What did you call the number of student tickets? Oh, how many is that? We don't know. We called it S. How many non-student tickets are there?
And
We don't know, we called it in. And that was equal to a total of 390. There's your first equation. What about the second equation? How did the money add up?
$8.
Students and non-student tickets.
Yeah, it's gonna be the dollars from the student tickets plus the dollar amount from the non-student tickets, right? How much money did you raise from student tickets? Well, it's $5 for each ticket, right?
8.
And $8 for the non-student tickets. How many student tickets did you sell?
You're looking at the wrong one. It's 8 for students and 10 for non-students.
Oh, sorry. You are correct. 8 here and 10 here instead. Okay. So $8 times the number of tickets would be the number, what the money for the student tickets. Make sense?
Yep.
And $10 a ticket times the number of non-student tickets should be that amount of money too. Oh, and that adds up to $32.70, doesn't it? So our two equations. $390 is equal to S plus N. $32.70 is equal to 8S plus 10N. Do you think you want to use graphing for this? I would say no. 300, where? Yeah, you're way up. You got it. Yeah. Could you see where you could use substitution or elimination to get this? And would you agree that it's set up pretty decently for either one? Let's pick another one.
Do we have to solve that?
Oh yeah, you had to solve it, but you can do that on your own now, right? You don't need my help for that, do you?
Maybe.
No. You could handle it from here. What I want to do for the rest of the time is just set these up, because the only difference between word questions and non-word questions are the setup. And again, if you get an ugly answer here, that means you did something wrong, because how can you have a fraction of a number of people? I sold 162.3 tickets. Really? But you can see where this also has a very real life application, doesn't it?
Mhm.
Because when your numbers come out, if you look around and there's a whole lot more non-students than than what your numbers said, that means somebody's selling ticket students to non-students. Someone's cheating your ass, ripping you off.